Hi guys. Well, I thought my stomach was going to cooperate since it has been good for the last 2 days. I thought my stomach flare was over and I was actually, feeling my stomach feeling a lot better. I hadn't been sick in a couple days. Just started back up again today. I thought this morning, it's just the POTS syndrome. My heart racing, that's why I'm getting sick. Because my heart was pounding on my chest, and just from going to the bathroom from here. Then I started getting severe stomach cramps again here just a little bit ago. Had to go back to the bathroom again. So I'm like living on Pepto. As you can see, I might be able to get one more. I don't even know if I can get one more out of it. It's pretty much empty. But somebody bought me another one, so I'm really glad about that. Thankful for that. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, I started getting severe cramps again and feeling sick. My stomach top was swelling up again. Yesterday or the day before, I told Sherman, I said, look how flat top part of my stomach is. It gets flat as a board. And, I mean, just flat. I'm going to have to take a picture sometime to prove it, to show you guys, because it sounds so stupid, but it's truth, and it happens to everybody that has this stomach disease. And then when the food starts building up in there where it's not moving through, then the top part of my stomach will go from looking flat to be puffed out like a balloon, making me look like I'm 9 months pregnant. But of course, you can tell I'm not, because I got the big belly that hangs down because I'm already fat. But if I wasn't, I would definitely look pregnant. And when my stomach swells up like that, it feels like if you'd put a pin in it, it would pop. There's so much pressure, and it hurts so bad. It's starting to fill back up again, I think, because it's starting to swell back up again. I can feel it. I can feel food just stuck right there. I ate corn last night, and I thought, well, maybe it was just the corn, because corn. I love corn, but my stomach hates corn. So I thought, well, it's just from the corn. I'm hoping it's just from the corn. I'm still hoping. But I don't know. I don't know why, if it was just the corn, it'd be making me sick. I really don't want to go through this again. I just got over the stomach flare-up. I thought it was over for a while. I surely hope it's not coming back again this soon, just after 2 days. That would be horrible, because these cramps are severe. It's debilitating pain. It's very painful. Very, very painful. And you gotta keep running to the bathroom, getting sick, or having to use the bathroom, or, I mean, you're never normal. You're either got diarrhea or you're constipated, one or the other every time. It's never normal. And when I mean constipated, I mean severely constipated, like it will not budge. And you have to take special medicine from the doctor to get it to even try to move. And then it's as hard as a rock and comes out like the size of a baby and makes you bleed like crazy. Makes me bleed real bad for 2 or 3 days afterwards. That's how bad it is, my constipation. And I know I'm not the only one on there, because I've seen several of them talking about it on my support group. And one girl, she said she was on the toilet one day and she was writing to the support group saying, how do I get this thing out? It's been stuck in here. I've been on this toilet for an hour and I cannot get it out. And they was telling her all the stuff to do, to try to use soap and all kinds of stuff. And it's horrible. And then when you get diarrhea, I mean, you get it so bad. and the diarrhea won't stop, and then you start bleeding from that, and oh my. It's just ridiculous, one or the other every time. It's never normal. I don't know what I would say the worst part of this stomach disease is. Throwing up, the severe stomach cramps, the isolation, because you never know, you can't make plans, because you never know from one minute to the next when an attack's going to hit. All the bowel trouble, I just can't pick which one's the worst. It's all like, it's just all horrible. But for me, I think the cramping, the pain is the worst. I think. I would have to pick if I had to pick. It would be the pain from the cramps. It's the overall stomach pain. And when you throw up, it's not like you're just throwing up a little bit. You're throwing up wads of food that has not processed in your body. Like I ate a peanut butter sandwich the other day, and I was throwing up big dough balls like that, where the bread, you know, had it matched all together. And just like when I eat Cheez-Its, they like, you know what Cheez-Its look like. Well, after I eat them, and when they're coming up, they come up all matted together and the size of baby carrots coming out, and it always chokes me and gags me. And doctor said, you know, that's how it is, because the food's not processing through the stomach. So it's just mashing together and coming back up. And yeah, it's horrible. You choke on it. I was choking on, never eat spaghetti. Oh my gosh. When you're throwing up noodles and choking on noodles, I hardly ever eat spaghetti anymore. I make it for Sherm because he loves it, and I loved it too, and that's one thing we could share together, because one thing I could go in there and make for him that I know he enjoys, and I thought we'd, you know, enjoy having a meal together. But every time I eat spaghetti anymore, any time at all, even if I just eat a little bit, I get sick. I'm not a big noodle fan anyway. I've never really liked noodles, but I can eat spaghetti noodles, you know, but if they're covered in sauce and all that. But my stomach won't tolerate it anymore. And throwing up noodles and getting them stuck in your throat and gagging and choking on them, it's just not worth it anymore. I just don't know how I stay as big as I am. A lot of people in the support group, a lot of them's got feeding tubes, and they are bone thin. They're starving to death. And then others are like me, who have, ever since they've got this disease, it keeps making them gain weight. The doctor says some have weight gain with it, some have weight loss. And sometimes when I'm on a bad spell, I'll lose weight rapidly. Like, one time I went to the doctor and I was on a bad spell for 2 weeks. And I went back to her and I had lost 17 pounds in just 2 weeks where I was so bad. But I think a lot of my problem with my weight is not just because of my hormones and my PCOS and all of that, but it's because I'm not able to get around. So, you know, I don't get no exercise because I can't get around because of my back and my heart, my lungs. If I could just, you know, walk. But I don't get no exercise, and the steroids for my lungs, and It's embarrassing. Because I don't eat that much at all. Sometimes I can go all day and just have a cup or two of applesauce. Because that's all my stomach will tolerate. Just plain applesauce. But my body's not getting up. The farthest I go is from here to the bathroom, and my lungs and heart, it's horrible just going that far. And when I have to go out of the house to go somewhere, it kills me. It kills my back. I feel like I want to drop because I've got degenerating discs in my back real bad at the bottom, right by my tailbone. And it feels, it's excruciating. It's all swelled up there with pockets of fluid that's continuously there. And like I said, my heart and lungs, my heart beats 100 miles a minute. It's horrible. My resting heart rate at the doctor when I was at my breast surgeon was 135. And they was all freaked out about it. And I told them, it's always like that. And if it wasn't for this heart medication, I couldn't even live, because it's horrible when your heart beats like that. It's all you can feel and you can't breathe. And my lungs are bad anyway, so I have trouble breathing. As it is, the Sherm's always got to park at the curb for me, and even when he does, it's so hard for me to get out there. The furthest I ever walk is when I go to my family doctor and go from the car to the lobby to her office and back out, because I don't want to take my wheelchair in there. There's really not much room for it, and I don't know. That Pepto's making my stomach feel a lot better right now. Story of my life. I do plan on going to the cardiologist October 29th. They called and wanted me to come back because you know how I'm already on a heart medication for my heart where it beats too fast. Because I have like really bad pains in my chest. Sometimes it'll like want to drop you to the floor in tears, and I've had them ever since I was probably 19 or 20. I've had those episodes, and it feels like you're having a heart attack, and you want to drop to the floor in a parking lot and cry. I about did that one time, and of course I was with my sister, and she just looked at me like I was stupid, and nobody would help me. But it's never been. Something's got to be wrong. So I'm definitely going to go to that appointment. And with all the people that just recently died in my family here this last month, had 2 members of the family die from having bad heart that they didn't even know that they had. My mom's side of the family, and a few others have died from the heart as well, including my 15-year-old cousin, who didn't know he had something wrong with his heart. And a lot of the pain in my back it's on the left side. What hurts the most in my lung. But my lung doctor also thinks that I have something wrong with my heart, because he thinks some of the pain's coming from my heart, not just all from my lungs. So he keeps saying, them to look at my heart, and they keep telling him to look at my lungs, and nobody ever wants to listen to me. I love my lung doctor. He's wonderful. I love him. I go see him sometime next month as well, They haven't called yet. They have to call and set me up with a CAT scan first, so I can get that dye hooked up in me and see how much the nodules growed again, if it has. Maybe it hasn't, but it had growed last time. So we want to check it again, then we'll see what we're going to do, and I'll find out about that other lung surgery that he sent me paperwork on. Mouth's really dry, excuse me. But I'm just hoping he doesn't want to do another lung biopsy, because that was horrible. Oh, that was bad. Talk about a painful surgery. I didn't feel the surgery. I was asleep. But when I woke up, oh, excruciating pain, and I was throwing up blood for days. And I don't even think they gave me any pain medicine or anything to send home with me. I didn't even think about that. I don't think they gave me anything to bring home, but oh, it was horrible. I was throwing up blood for days. My throat was so sore, and they had to intubate me because where my lungs are so bad. So they had to intubate me in order to even do it, because I was afraid I'd quit breathing. So of course my throat was hurting really bad from that. But yes, I'm hoping we don't have to do that again. I pray we don't have to do that again. But the other surgery is where they take, I don't know, like a little hot iron or something, and burn away muscle tissue in your lungs. And it's supposed to help you breathe better for up to 5 years. And that's just for people with asthma. That's not for my lung disease. So I'm thinking if that could help me anyway, because I have asthma as well, that if it could still help me to breathe better, I would gladly try. Because, sitting around 95% of the time just struggling to breathe, and 98% of the time being in pain every breath you take, when you got a chance to feel better for 5 years, I would take it. But my friend, her lungs are really bad too, and she tried to get it done, but her insurance wouldn't approve it. And she's got a medical card like I do, so I don't know if mine would approve it either, so I don't know. And she's got asthma really bad, so I don't know why they didn't approve hers. That was so stupid. That really made me angry, because she really needed that surgery done. I don't know why they denied her. Her doctor should fight for her to get that done, I think. But we'll see what my doctor says about it in October, and see what he says about my lung nodules, and see if they've grown and what the next steps will be. But I will let you guys go. I'm going to go make a video with you guys, a story, and get me something to drink first, because my mouth is really super dry from that. The Pepto made my mouth really super dry. Made my tongue white. Feels like I ate chalk. But it's helping. My stomach's feeling a lot better right now. I'm not supposed to take Pepto. My doctors all told me Pepto's bad for me with all my other medicine. But I take it anyways, because Dottie just over there making noise. I take it anyways because it always helps me to feel better, usually. 95% of the time it makes me feel better than... Sometimes it makes me feel better than what the stomach medicine they give me does. And with it together, it, works pretty well for me when I take them all together. And it hasn't killed me yet, so I'm sure it's fine. I ended up in the emergency room one day throwing up blood, and they blamed it on the Pepto. The nurses did. I don't know. But they said that's bad stuff. And there was like blood in my stool, but I'm still using it because Hey, when your stomach uterus, when you're feeling like this all the time, and your stomach hurts like that, I'm going to take it if I got it, because it helps. So, I mean, I only had that, throwing up that blood, well, twice. Once after my lung biopsy, of course, but throwing up the blood, they was blaming on the Pepto, the nurses was, which I had never heard such a thing. Then the doctor said he thought it was probably the naproxen that I was taking. It made my stomach bleed. So I quit taking naproxen altogether. So yeah. But I will let you guys go. That's my vlog for today. I haven't made one in a while. Don't forget, you guys, the Apple Festival is this month in Jackson, Ohio. Excuse me. I think it starts on the 16th, which I believe is Tuesday. And also, I threw the paper somewhere, at the fairgrounds in Wellston. It's called the Jackson County Fairgrounds, but it's in Wellston. You guys familiar with the area will know where it is. You know, you take that road there by the Wonder Wash, you go out that way. But they're having like a big sale, like 4-H vendors and all kinds of stuff. They're going to be selling clothes and knives and boots and guns and shoes, perfume, pocketbooks, all kinds of stuff they showed on the front of the flyer. Garden stuff, bedding. It looked like a lot of nice stuff. It looked like it was going to be really nice. I'm not going because we don't got any money, but it is, that is at the fairgrounds in Wellston on the 19th and 20th of this month. So that's the two things that I know is going on, guys. So hopefully you guys will get to go enjoy something. I won't get to go to the Apple Festival because my wheelchair, I can't get my wheelchair over all those cords, you know, how the cords are all over the road. So Sherm just wanted to go get his free Apple Festival book that he saves them. He collects them every year. So, you know, I told him just to go, he can go and enjoy himself, you know, look around. We always used to go to the booths and get free ink pens and stuff like that. But my favorite thing about the Apple Festival was always going and getting me an apple sugar cookie. Homemade apple sugar cookie with the icing on it. That's what I get every year at the Apple Festival. That's all I ever wanted. So Cindy said she might walk through it, and if she does, she'll get me one. That's every time I think of the Apple Festival, that's what I think of, my sugar cookie. I don't know. But I will let you guys go, because I'm severely getting ready to be able to stop talking because my mouth is so dry. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I love you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another vlog. Bye, guys. God bless.